welcome to this video. So for now, let's have an example regarding the mass balance. So we have here a problem regarding the constituent balance of milk. So let's read the problem. So we have skim milk. Skim milk is prepared by the removal of some fat from whole milk. The skim milk is found to contain 90.5% water, 3.5% protein, 5.1% carbohydrate, 0.1% fat, and 0.8% ash. If the original milk contained 4.5% fat, calculate its composition, assuming that the fat only was removed to make the skim milk and there are no losses in processing. Okay? So, the first thing that we need to do is, of course, first to analyze the problem and make some illustrations or some illustrations of material in and material out, going out on this process. Okay. By the way, this example is an example of a total mass and composition. Okay, so let's analyze. Since there's no the assumption or the basis is that there are no losses in the processing, so we will only be focusing our analysis on the material in and material out, going out on the process. Okay, so let's draw some illustrations showing the in and out of material. Okay, so what is our material here? It is the composition of milk. We have the original milk, or the what we call the whole milk, and the output is to produce a skim milk. So what is a skim milk? Skim milk is the output, or it is also another form of milk, but it has a lesser percentage of fat. Okay, so as you can see here, it says here that the original milk or the whole milk contained only 4.5% fat. Contained 4.5% fat. But if after we process the whole milk and remove the fat, then we can now produce skim milk, which is found to contain this composition. So this skim milk has only 0.1% fat. Okay, so from whole milk, let's write it here. So the whole milk, the composition is that it contains 4.5% fat. Okay, so it contains 4.5% fat. Okay, so for our output, so the process is that we remove the fat was only removed, so we remove the fat so that only 0.1% will remain, and that removal of excess fat will lead us to produce a skimmed milk. Okay, so our output here is that we have, of course, our excess fat and our skimmed milk. Okay, wherein our skimmed milk here contains how much fat? Only 0.1% fat. Okay, and then the composition of this skim milk, aside from 0.1% fat, is that it contains 90.5% water. So let's write all our composition here. So we have 90.5% water, 3.5% protein, 5.1% carbohydrate, and our we have fat. We have fat here, and lastly, our protein is I mean our ash is about 0.8% only. Okay, so let's write it here. This is water, this is protein, this is carbohydrate, and this is ash content. Okay, so once again, our whole milk, say this is our whole milk. We process it to produce skim milk that is about this whole term here, but we remove some percent of fat to produce skim milk, which only has this composition. Okay, so we are tasked to our task is to calculate the composition of the original milk, this one. Okay, so we need to determine the original percentage or composition of the content of the milk. So we need to determine we only our given is only 4.5% fat, but how about the water, protein, carbohydrate, and ash? So we need to determine those composition, the water, the protein, the carbohydrate, and ash. Okay, so we need to determine this other four components or composition of the whole milk. Okay, so we need to compute back the original composition of the milk, and then if we process it to produce a skim milk, we will only remove the fat to make a skim milk of only 0.1% fat. Okay, so we have we've already illustrated the balance, the material balance going on creating or making a skim milk from whole milk. So from this, we need to establish additional basis so that we can easily compute our materials. Okay, so since our given is in terms of percentage, let's use as basis. Oops, sorry, what happened? Let's use say this skim milk here is about 100 kilogram. Okay, so our basis is say 100 kilogram of skim milk. Okay, so for easy computation, let's use 100 kilograms so that if we get the percentage of this composition and using the weight of its component, then we can easily determine its specific weight for each component. Okay, so per fat, the weight the weight of from 100 kilogram skim milk, the weight of our fat is about from 100%, so 100 kilogram skimmed milk times 0.1% fat. So we have our fat content is equal to 0.1 kilogram, right? And we will do this analysis for the other component. So if we have 0.1 kilogram fat, then water is 90.5 kilogram. Protein is 3.5 kilogram. Then carbohydrate is 5.1 kilogram. And our ash is 0.8 kilogram. Okay, so if let's check this. So the 100 our basis of 100 kilogram skim milk, if we total this 90.5, 3.5, 5.1, 0.8 plus 0.1 kilogram, this is a total of 100 kilogram skim milk. Okay, so let's have this as our basis. Okay, so our output must have, if we use 100 kilogram basis of skim milk, our output must have 0.1 kilogram of fat only. Okay, so since our skimmed milk is about 100 kilogram, then our total output, this total output here, must be 100 kilogram plus the weight, or let's call it x 100 kilogram plus x plus this weight of fat. Okay, so all in all, our total original mass must be our skimmed milk total mass, our skimmed milk plus fat, right? Because this whole milk here is the composition, or the is the combination of the skimmed milk plus the fat, right? Because we've only removed the fat to produce skimmed milk. So originally, our milk, or our mass total, original mass total, is that our skimmed milk plus this fat, and we designate the mass of our fat as x. And initially, we use the basis of 100 kilogram per hour skimmed milk. So we have 100 kilogram plus x. So this is our whole milk. Total mass, or original mass, is our whole milk. Okay. Okay. So we have now this equation that our initial mass, or our whole milk, is the skimmed milk, which is 100 kilogram, plus the fat that is removed, which is the x. So our whole milk is 100 kilogram plus x. Okay. Okay.